I want you to give me an ode to Josh Allen. Give me the full depth of passion and love you have from. We all know that there's a wall of Josh Allen someplace. It's covered in pictures of Josh Allen. So just give me the full I love Josh
Oh,
Allen.
yeah, no doubt. So listen, I was all on Josh Allen coming out rookie year 2018. There was, believe it or not, Curtis, there was a ton of Bills Mafia that wanted Josh Rosen, the other Josh. And yeah, there was a lot of videos out there of people booing the pick. I was not one of them. I was super excited. I saw the ceiling that this kid had, the potential. I also knew he had the physical traits, right? He had the big arm, right? He could run. He was powerful. He was tall. Like everything you want in a quarterback. He just needed to grow. He needed some help that he couldn't get because he always played for, let's face it, bad colleges, right? Joku played for Wyoming. They probably didn't have the best coaching staff to really guide him in the right direction. And I knew, and listen, I believe Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott knew this when they drafted him, that he would be a project in a way. And he probably would have a rough couple years. But if they got him with the right guy, Ken Dorsey, by the way, in 2019, huge. Jordan Palmer, who Josh got with personally, was a big help. That they could get him to that level where they thought he could get to. And listen, there's been quarterbacks drafted throughout the history of the NFL that had it all. Right? They had the arm, they had the speed, but they didn't have the heart, right? Or they didn't have their bad attitude.
They didn't have you, Tommy.
They didn't have me
backing
either.
Him.
There's a lot. There really is. We can go back. I mean, Jeff George had a phenomenal arm. That dude was.
I got to cut in here. I'm going to give Josh Allen a little love.
Yeah, go ahead.
Allen is truly a good person by all indications. I mean, like, you know, there's a humility. There's almost even like a kind of like a childlike innocence. You know, I'm not saying he is obviously, but there's a simplicity to the kid. And I just think, I think he's a good kid. There's a humility there because look, the guy's like built like a Greek Adonis. You know, he's got all the talent in the world, and he had to beg to get into a college. And I always feel that when you're super talented, look at like Michael Jordan. He wasn't the greatest person, but when he got rejected, he took it to heart and it made him work. Now with Allen, he works hard and there's a humility. So I really like the kid. And not as much as you. I don't got a whole wall of Josh Allen anywhere, but you got very, very lucky, man.
We did. Well, and another thing I want to bring up with Josh that like, you know, a lot of people don't understand or kind of like because they don't follow him, they don't really know why he got better, right? And that's why you heard a lot of people saying fluke season in 2020. Oh, it's a fluke. How can you go from 58 to 65, or I think it was 67% completion? Like, that's impossible. He'll drop down to reality. He'll go back to being Josh Allen in 2018-20. But people don't realize the one thing about Josh, man, he's never satisfied. And he always takes he'll go in the offseason, he'll try to improve his game. When not a lot of every athletes do that. They just feel like, hey, I already got the power. I got the arm. I had a decent season 2019. I'm good. I'll just hang out and whatever. He went and saw a specialist. He corrected his mechanics. The Buffalo Bills never told him to go do that. He did that. He chose to do that. So he's always trying to improve his game. And that's what the great athletes do. All of them.
Absolutely.
Right? They always want to get better. Right? They're never truly satisfied. So Josh Allen, man, to me, it's the heart, right? To know that he had it, and that's why he wrote all those letters to get into a college, for somebody to say, hey, man, like, I could do this, right? And he finally got that opportunity. And then the Buffalo Bills gave him an opportunity. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to let this opportunity waste, right? Like the Ryan Leafs of the world. I'm going to go. I'm going to bust my ass in the offseason.
Spectacular waste.
Yes, right? Huge waste. And I'm going to go. I'm going to do what I got to do, right? And like you said, too, he's a good kid, a good person, does good by the community, does right by people. You don't hear anything coming bad about Josh Allen. And, bro, I'm like truly blessed to have him, leading this team because he's a leader, man. I'm going to tell you right now, that's one thing. I know Aaron Rodgers is awesome. I get it. Hall of Famer. First, no doubt he'll be Hall of Fame. But he isn't the greatest teammate. And that's my opinion. I know a lot of people say different, and but rolling your eyes at teammates, at your rookies, or getting angry. And I know Dan Marino did it for years, Curtis. I get it. I get it. It's never your fault. But that's.
But I think it was different with Dan Marino because everyone liked Dan. Like when he
that's true.
When the game was over, they revered him, and he was like more of like a down to earth kind of guy.
Yeah, you're right. Game. I give you that. And you know why too? Because he put everything out there.
Oh yeah,
he did. But Aaron Rodgers is. I think it's just
he's a little aloof. He's a little.
You know what? You know what Aaron Rodgers to me, like what he needs. I'll be honest, if I'm the GM, and I know we're jumping off the subject, but if I'm a GM of the Packers, and I know that this is my quarterback, I'm getting him veteran offense. I'm getting guys that been around the game, that he's not going to be like hard on, like rolling like, come on, man. Like you can't do that to a 20-year-old rookie. Like you're going to break his. Not every kid has great confidence, man. You start doing that, they'll drop it more. They'll start overthinking. That's how and Josh has never been that player. Like I've seen Stephon Diggs drop ball, Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox. Like, can you imagine him rolling his eyes? Like, come on, man. Like, they just don't, and they don't, and that's a good teammate. You pick your teammate up, man. And that's what I love about Josh too. And just, man, he's everything that I think people said didn't think he would be, right? And there's a lot of players that come out of the draft that they think they're going to be this, and they're not, right? And Josh, I think, was that guy that a lot of people did not think was going to pan out, including Bills Mafia, a lot. And I, by the way, I saw him play his rookie season. I went to Buffalo. They played the Lions in December, and it was awesome to see him, man. Awesome to see. But